Welcome to the play The Boy and the Sword, presented by Mr. Peterson's 5th grade class, Wednesday, November 27th, 1991. I'm the minstrel Anna.
I'm Jordan Beauchesne and I play the town crier.
Greetings, I'm a traveling minstrel, and I've dropped in to bring you the news. That is, if you have a small meal and a warm drink I might use for tonight. This is the year 573, and if you want to know what's going on around England, I'm the one to tell you. You know, there aren't any newspapers. The printing press hasn't been invented yet. Something very strange took place over in London last week. A young boy pulled the famous sword out of the stone. But wait, I'll begin at the beginning. I want you to picture yourselves at the castle of Arthur Pendragon, former king of England. The king is about to pay a visit to Merlin, a famous wizard who is working late into the night in his chambers deep beneath the castle. Merlin is trying to change lead into gold.
Lead so gray, lead so old, slowly, slowly turn to gold.
Merlin, I have a great need to talk with you.
I'm honored. You are always welcome.
I come to counsel. You are the only one who knows I have a son.
That is true, but I hope you and Lady Ingrid will soon make the news public.
Unfortunately, that is impossible. I have just received news from the town that my dear king is dead.
Dead, old friend, I am indeed sorry, and your son is only a babe.
That is why I'm so concerned. I have a strange feeling I will not live long.
Don't say that, sire.
Be quiet and listen. I want you to go to Cornwall, smuggle my son out of the castle, and bring him to good folk in the country, where he can grow up safely.
I understand what you're saying. If you shall die, your son would have no way of defending himself from the treachery here at court.
If you agree to this, Merlin, you must promise to guard over the boy to your last breath. Have him christened Arthur. I always liked that name.
Consider your wish fulfilled. I use all my wizardry for his protection.
Let us seal the bargain, friend.
It's done, friend.
Thank you.
And Merlin caused deep sleep to fall over those at the castle at Cornwall. Then he took the baby boy and traveled deep into the forest of Woodsbury to the home of Sir Ector, former knight and now keeper of the king. In the humble cottage of Sir Ector, his wife is preparing supper. There is a knock.
Enter, all are welcome here.
Sir Ector, friend, we meet again.
It's been too long. Last night in London we made expensive gals.
I've come to ask a tremendous favor.
Anything, friend.
This involves both you and your wife. You know you can ask anything, though. You brought back life to my son, and he was bitten by that deadly snake. Then I bring you another son to witness. Do not ask the circumstances. A son. I only ask that you unchristen immediately. Name him Arthur.
It shall be done.
King Pendragon soon died, as he knew he would. The people in the kingdom were at odds, nobleman against nobleman. There was no one to succeed the king. Then Merlin sent out a decree.
Hear ye, hear ye, all members of the kingdom. A meeting of great importance is to take place tomorrow, first this noon at the town square in London. A meeting is called to pray for a new king. Hear ye, hear ye.
Even though it was Christmas, people gathered from miles around, hoping for a miracle to appear in the form of a new kingdom.
The king is dead, there is no son. England needs a special one. Send a sign for all to see, that we may know the king to be. The king is dead, there is no son. England needs a special one. Send a sign for all to see, that we may know the king to be.
I'm afraid. What's happening? I have fallen.
Look! It is a sign.
We can't pull out the sword.
Look at the words written below.
He who draws forth the sword is the rightful king of England.
Let this be a test. In 1 week on New Year's Day, let all the skilled knights assemble at this spot.
1 week to prepare for a contest of jousting. The winner of all will be given the privilege of removing the sword from the stone. And so done, he will be the new king of England.
Who will it be? A new king. I can't wait.
And do you know what happened that New Year's Day? The greatest knights in the kingdom came to compete. Sir Percival and Sir Geoffrey, Sir Gawain and Sir Lionel, and even Sir Ronnie and Sir And just as the sun was about to set, Sir Harry got a double stone and became winner of all. He was allowed to approach the mystic stone, but the sword could not be budged. Alas, England was still without a king. 13 New Year's days came and passed, and still no king. Fighting flared up in the provinces. Property was invaded and captured. A leader was desperately needed. Once again it was New Year's Day. Sir Ector was preparing his son, Sir Kay, a knight in training, to participate in the joust.
Now, Kay, remember what I taught you. If you are entering the joust by opponent's lands, I immediately draw my sword for drawn combat. Father, my sword. I don't have my sword.
Brother, where did you leave it?
In the inn I was eating, I left it on the table in the main room.
There's still time. I'll fetch it immediately. Open up. Me and my brother left the sword.
They're closed.
In the middle of the day,
Everyone has gone to the matches. You should be there picking up some fine points.
what shall I do? This sword has no owner. I'll borrow it from my brother. That was easy, just like butter. Here, brother, your sword.
This was the sword that was in the stone. Father, I'm the new king of England. What?
He has the sword.
A miracle. How did he do it? How can he? Wow.
I must be honest. I'm a knight in training. My brother Arthur gave it to me. Arthur, come here.
Yes, father. Put the sword back in the stone.
Sir Kay, remove the sword.
I can't, father.
Arthur, you remove the sword.
It's easy, father.
Behold, the new king of England.
Stand up. I am not a king. I am Sir Ector's son.
Arthur, you are my foster son. I don't know your father, but I have long suspected you of noble birth.
You have raised me well. I will always be your son. But Arthur, now you are the king of England. What do you decree? First, each person must respect his neighbor and his property.
Yay!
Next, we all must live in peace and harmony with all people and nature.
Yay!
And most important of all, let's eat. I'm starved.
So ends our story of the famous sword in the stone. I trust you found the tale of interest. And now, for ladies and noble gentlemen, we bid you farewell.